How's it going, everyone? Team Wheeler here today. We're going to be talking about hydration.
Water.
Hydration, everyone needs water. We're mostly water. Got some water right here. It's a little frozen. But there's a lot of different ways to render it drinkable. Multitude of ways, really. Going into spring, everyone's going to be, getting out camping, getting on the trails, backpacking, kayaking, fishing. Great time to talk about it, we thought. And again, multitude of ways. We're going to talk about filtration. We're going to talk about sterilization, rendering it drinkable through UV radiation. And of course, we're going to boil water. We'll do that last. Everyone, hey, please hit like and subscribe. We're really trying to get that subscriber count up. There's also a notification bell. Give that a little ding and you'll hear about our future videos. Let's get into it.
All right, first up, infiltration. I'm sure everyone's seen the Sawyers right here. We got two different types. One's a little bit more expensive than the other, but relatively the same thing. You fill the bags, put the Sawyer system on top, and you can squeeze and get your drink that way, or like I've put in another video earlier on, we'll probably flash that in, gravity to fill your own Nalgene with clean drinking water. And we've never had a problem with them. They do freeze and then they won't work, so that is an issue. And these bags are relatively hard to fill up. I mean, if you don't have running water, which we don't, or deep water, which we don't, it's kind of hard to get them to fill up. So we'll have to see how that works. I also just got this the other day for filtration. It's a little Grayl, I don't even know how you say it, but it's a little filtration bottle. The thought is you just fill this with dirty water, plunger in. It's kind of like a French press. I don't know if you like French press coffee. It's kind of like that. You just slowly press it and it filters the water, and the filtered water's in here, leaves the dirty water in here, and then you're able to drink from it. So we're gonna give that a try too. Seems a little bit simpler to fill up. I don't have to sit there and mess around with a bag or anything. Like, I'm just scooping water, so we'll get to that. Let's fill these bags, or attempt to.
So for the bags, normally you get one or two that comes with it. You can buy them separately as well. And normally you're going to be taking more than one to fill up with you. So I'm going to try and fill it both. And it's pretty wet. Luckily I got waterproof boots on.
And there's deer. Oh, probably gonna have to bleep. So how'd filling that work so far?
Yeah, the thing about these, everyone, is as you can see, I can't get the bottom of the bag below the top. So I can't let gravity do its work. I have
Without getting deeper and getting your boots wet, I mean.
Yeah, this is the one negative with the bags that I've come to notice over the years.
You gotta like scoop it almost to try to like force water into it.
And these are 32 ounce. And that's only about half full. So these are kind of hard to fill up. I'll get this other one going. Neat little trick, just.
Yeah, blow it up a little.
Got some, you're definitely gonna get some chunkies as well.
Fiber.
And yeah, once the water stops filling up,
Talk about a chunky, a whole piece of grass.
You just got to start scooping it. I mean, there is water that you can collect with these. The filters have worked great for us. Let me just throw a little lid on, where you screw the top on like that.
You have to let the filter charge for a second, so it does take a little time. Oh, there we go. It's not a quick way to get a drink of water, that's for certain.
Can definitely taste the dirt in there. But I have confidence in these. Used them for years. These bags do pack well. That is the one thing that I would say about these bags. They are very packable. But you saw me trying to fill them up. I mean, that was a pain in the ass. Yeah. So let's move on to the next thing, the water bottle.
Now we got something a little new, the plunger bottle. I'm gonna call it the French press bottle. Make me feel fancy. But all I gotta do is fill this up. I mean, there's even leaves in there. Had some leaves in there. almost to the fill line.
Oh yeah, you got
Looks pretty gross and dirty in there.
about 20 ounces though.
But see how it works. Line her up. Gotta open this air valve. And I saw you put it on the ground. That's what this is for. I mean, it's not quick, but I mean, you can see it's slowly going down. I mean, it's like a French press. It's collecting all the bigger particulates. It's going to trap it on the bottom, and the clean water is going to be in this portion. Right there. Just compress down. Boom. Probably saw the particulates and big stuff in there. But I mean, that looks pretty clean.
I drink it.
So I think she worked great. I think it was a good, solid investment.
All right, so now we're going to talk about something.
Tastes pretty good.
We're going to render water drinkable through radiation. Actually going to use UV light to break up the protozoa, the bacteria, the parasites, all that nasty garbage. Pretty cool.
This is kind of a cool new toy Adam got.
It's called the Sterin Aqua. Again, it uses UV light through the bulb to essentially irradiate the water.
Tell me that doesn't look like an alien probe.
Yeah. We're going to try and get some water with this. And just use an analogy, just a nice sturdy water bottle. Oh, this is just slop, isn't it?
I mean, much easier to get. You are going to have the chunkies though.
And it says 1 liter for 90 seconds. So I need to stir this into my water for 90 seconds. That should make it drinkable
I
for
got
me.
my watch too.
Thank you.
It's also nice to carry a piece of cloth that you don't really care about getting wet, so you can filter out those big chunkers. We'll start once it lights up. That will get her purified. Now it's time for my favorite, iodine. I think it's easiest because there you go. You're already bringing an Nalgene probably full of water from your kitchen sink. You run out, you scoop, you put 2 tablets of this in, wait 35 minutes, and it's good to go. So,
Little water sterilization.
fill it up.
Again, lots of different ways to make that water safe to drink.
There are some floaters in there, but what's a little fiber you gotta do? I always keep a little fuzzy in there because I take it hunting. Keeps those little iodine pills from rattling around. There's 2 of them. Oop. Oh, dropped one.
And you said 35?
35 minutes, so we will set that. We'll leave that in there for 35 minutes. Let's put the cap on for now. Mess with that later. We got iodine in there. 2 of them.
You can see that, yeah.
Shake it around and let them do their job. So 35 minutes from now, starting the timer. Should be good.
And on to the last one, we're gonna boil water. One of the most common ways to do it. So I'm just gonna get a little scoop with my Jetboil. We're gonna head back to camp, get that going. This is probably the most relatable way for how to render water drinkable, how to get a good drink. Just boiling it. Got the Jetboil. Should be about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. But boiling causes the water to go undergo a physical change from a liquid to a gas. We are just about boiling, and if you talk to different people, they're going to tell you, well, as soon as it's boiling, should be good to go. Others are going to say, well, You want to boil it for 3 minutes. Have a rolling boil just like that. You know, if you've got the fuel, it's better safe than sorry. Just boil it for a few minutes. If you're just having to wait for a drink a little longer, a couple minutes of that, be pretty confident on taking a drink. Before we capped off our hydration video, we wanted to show off some highlights from our previous videos on how to passively collect water. And there's another way to boil water. It's more natural than bringing a jet boil or a stove out there. So in this first one, got a split screen going. On the left-hand side, our good buddy Warren is melting snow. This was a very cold trip. We had about 2 to 3 feet of snow in the trees. Had a nice fire going. Warren's melting snow in the little pot. Depending on where you're at, snow can be anywhere from 90 to 95% air. So it's not very efficient, but when you have that much snow around, pretty easy. Definitely pack it in the cup and melt it, and be able to get some drinks from that. The right-hand side, I'm melting snow, and well, mainly ice actually, in my water bottle there, my Nalgene, that are completely frozen on the way up, 48 ounces of water. Ice is definitely going to be more, or have a higher percentage of water. And if it freezes quickly, you may notice some air bubbles in the ice, but really it's going to be mostly water, a little bit more efficient to drink melted ice. It takes longer. The next one here, another option, I guess, for boiling water. Garrett is trying to stone boil. He got so close. It was so impressive to see him try and do this. He worked very hard. Couldn't quite reach a rolling boil for more than a few seconds, maybe 10, 15 seconds. Essentially, he's taking the energy from the wood, transferring it in the fire to the rocks, and then taking the heat in the rocks, transferring that to the water to try and raise it to 212 degrees Fahrenheit or 100 degrees Celsius, excuse me. He does get a drink though. A little earlier in the day, as you can see, he's drinking from his rain jacket. Man, look how thirsty he is. He is thirsty. And in this last one, this is from our very first video. We used a rain tarp to collect rainwater. Same Nalgene there, the 48 ounce Nalgene. We're actually able to use the rainwater to fill it up completely. Pretty cool there. I actually didn't bring water on that trip. We were very comfortable with where we were at. Always find water. On this trip, I could not find any. So, 48 ounces of rainwater turned out to be pretty important. Definitely clean coming from the sky, from the rain.
All right, water's purified for everyone. Jetboil's done. So I mean, looking back at all of it, I don't know, I really like the one, my new water bottle. Maybe it's because I just got it, but it's so easy.
It's pretty cool.
Fill with water, you French presser, and it's good to go.
Yeah, he showed me that, and I was a little skeptical, but after seeing me trying to get the water in the bag compared to the water in that bottle, much easier. Of course,
it works great.
Can boil water, one of the easier ways to do it.
Yeah, but then you got to bring the propane, the burner. You got to make sure your lighter works. Like, there's just so much more. I don't know. There's a lot to it. And the Sawyer bags did not do as good as I thought.
We've used those little Sawyers for years now.
Maybe they're just old and not working that great anymore. I don't know.
Yep.
They didn't do what they thought. The light, or the Steripen, worked pretty good. I mean, we won't really know if it worked or not until a couple days from now.
Yeah. Hopefully that's going to be okay.
Yeah. The iodine's done. There's definitely some floaters in here. It definitely smells like iodine. I know you can buy the iodine like neutralizer tablets that come with it. I'm gonna take a sip. There are some floaters.
Just something else to pack. You can throw a little powdered Gatorade in there. Probably take the taste away a little bit.
It does have a little bit of an iodine taste to it.
Yeah. But,
I mean, I feel safe drinking it. You want some?
Oh, yeah. Try to. But
this is just like warm water.
Anyway, everyone, that was our 4 ways of, making water drinkable. Perfect time of the year to talk about it. Got a lot of fun content planned for this spring and heading into summer.
And always, don't forget to like
and
please
subscribe.
Yeah. Get on the videos. We got more coming. Springtime. 5 items coming back. We'll get out there and enjoy the Wilder. Wilder out.
Wilder out. How's it going, everyone? Team Will here today. Got a great video planned. We're talking about hydration. Water's about, you can't get much important more, or cut that.